My only hope is that my words show the sincere of my sorrow and the deepest of my responsibility for this tragedy.
A father's final words before learning his fate for the crash that killed a family of 4, caused by his son.
A judge sentenced Richard Ferguson in just the last couple of hours. WESH News' Spencer Tracy is live outside the courthouse with the late-breaking details. Spencer.
Yeah, Richard Ferguson was sentenced to 37 years in prison, and with his age, that's where he'll spend the rest of his life. It was an emotional day in the courtroom for him and, of course, the victim's family dealing with the unimaginable loss.
There's absolutely no human experience that replicates the pain of a mother losing a child, and I lost 3.
A mother's words silencing the courtroom. Sabrina Hernandez lost her 3 children and her mother in a 2023 car crash.
Dang.
I will miss out on every experience a parent should not have to miss out on. They should have been burying me, not the other way around.
Our jury found Richard Ferguson guilty of manslaughter back in October because prosecutors say he allowed his 15-year-old unlicensed son to take his car. Ferguson took the stand Wednesday afternoon, breaking down as he apologized, calling himself a deeply broken man.
So what we see here, we see a father that's going to jail for his son's actions. He gave his unlicensed son a car to let him drive. His son runs the red light, hits a car, kills 4 people. We're going to see this more and more now. Parents going to jail for their kids' actions. We see this with Colin Gray down there in Georgia. We're seeing these more and more happening because you know why? Parents should be held responsible for their kids' actions. Parents need to be held responsible for their kids' actions. He got 37 years. And his son, I don't know how much longer he got. He didn't get as much as 37 because he's a minor. So somebody got to take that time. The more and more these parents get sentenced for their kids doing dumb things, the better parents we will have. Marcus, but he didn't do it. He gave his unlicensed 15-year-old son a car to drive. Irresponsible, bad parenting. I don't care if you're white, black, Mexican, Asian, 37 years. We need more and more of this because look at these kids and how they acting today. They acting like their parents don't care because the parents don't care. They're going to start caring now because their ass is on the line. These parents are going to start caring now because now I can go to jail for your actions. No. Parenting is a job. Parenting is a responsibility. What we're starting to see now is these states, this is Florida, I believe, the other state is Georgia, they not playing around with these parents because they finally see why these kids are bad. They finally see why these kids ain't got no act right. It's because these parents are negligent. These parents refused to be good parents. You're the parent. You're the one that's supposed to have common sense. Because of your because of your negligence, 4 people died. A grandmother and 3 grandchildren. Because of your negligence, you thought it was cool to let your son drive your car or whatever. He's 15. He runs a light. He takes away. He should get 37 years. He should get 37 years because it's a responsibility as a father, as a parent, to make sure your kids don't do dumb stuff. And you just gave them the keys. People were telling me about this. Man, you got to talk about this, man. This is cold-blooded. Nah, this is right. This is just. Y'all don't want me to say that because he's black? No, this is just. We have to start being better parents. The only way a lot of people are going to be better parents, especially in my community, is when they see stuff like this happen. When they see somebody got 37 years. So what you going to think now when you a parent, you know what, where my kid, hey, get your butt home. Because now, whatever you do, I'm liable for it. Nah, get your butt home. When you turn 18, that's a different story. But right now, you got to be a parent to these kids. That's what this shows right here. This is just. This is not wrong. This is not because he's black. This is not a race thing. This is because he was negligent as a parent. And I've been saying this, that you can watch all my videos talking about parenting. I say this all the time. The parents need to be liable for the kids' actions.
I speak these words from the deepest place In my heart, I am profound sorry. This tragedy did not just take lives, it shattered families.
A courtroom filled with tears as Ferguson learned his fate and sentenced to 37 years in prison.
I just pray that my family's death is not in vain and justice is served for the individuals that are responsible for these actions.
Before this sentence, Ferguson's attorney asked for leniency, pointing to his client's stage 4 prostate cancer. But prosecutors pushed back, saying the family deserved justice.
And I pray that the Lord takes pity on this man, because it's a pathetic excuse for a man to sit here with your head down and can't even take accountability.
Now, Ferguson has 30 days to appeal this sentence. And as for his son, he took a plea deal. He is now 17 and is going to be held until he is 19. I'm covering Osceola.
So you telling me the son gonna be in jail for 2 years because he's a minor, and the father got 37. The son he took a plea deal. He took a plea deal, and he's gonna be out by 19, I think. But the father gets 37. The father gave him the keys. The father thought he can fight this and win. We got to be better parents. Parents need to start being on the hook. You know how many kids you see doing reckless stuff, and the parents say, I didn't even know they was like that. I was at work. I didn't know. No. Ain't no excuse no more. Your kid did this, you're liable. Well, how am I liable? Because you the parent. I didn't do nothing. Yes, you did. You the parent. You didn't teach your kids between right and wrong. That needs to start being a law. You are now on the hook of bad kids. Because what it is, these kids get out in juvenile court, and they out. They're now juvenile no more. They out, but they still bad. They ain't learned nothing. I bet they learned something now. Damn, my dad in jail because of me. I bet everybody in the family gonna be on that kid's head. I bet they gonna start holding him accountable now. Imagine you a kid and you get yourself in so much trouble, your parents go to jail for a long time, 37 years. Shout out to the family, prayers to the family. But what I say is this is just. This is just. This is a just punishment, because why'd you give your son that's 15 with no license the keys to your car and thought that was cool? That's bad parenting. That's negligence. That's refusing to be the father you're supposed to be, the example. You refuse to be a good parent, and you get in 37 years. And it's absolutely just. Let me know your thoughts about this in the comments below. Like, share, and subscribe to the channel. As always, going to keep this thing rock, keep it going. I appreciate you guys rocking with me. Make sure you tap into the Patreon. Link is in the description below. Monday through Friday, 10:21 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Make sure you tap into the No Filter Morning Show. Make sure you tap in. It's a good show, and I thank you for your support now and forever. Appreciate you guys, and I'm out.